Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Should Steelers cut their losses with problematic WR? The Steelers have had a recent history of drafting problematic wide receivers and dealing with them. However, that doesn't seem to be the case with their latest example. Should they cut their losses before it's too late? George Pickens, Pittsburgh's 2022 second-round pick, has shown flashes of why he could develop into a top 5 receiver in the NFL. But his sideline antics and lack of effort on the field are beginning to speak louder than his production. Pickens is clearly not having the 2023 season he imagined, posting 814 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. His struggles have seemingly affected his effort, and in last week's loss he gave up on a play that would have resulted in a touchdown. When asked why he didn't block for RB Jaylen Warren, who came up just shy of the goal line, his answer didn't provide anyone with hope for his future with the team. "I was just trying to prevent the Tank Dell situation, the same thing that happened to him," Pickens said, via ESPN's Brooke Pryor. "I ain't want to get an injury. When you stay on the block too low, you can get ran up on very easily." It's certainly not what the Steelers or their fans want to hear after they have prided themselves on being a physical team for many years, and now some are thinking that trading the Georgia product could be what's best. General Manager Omar Khan pulled off a great trade last season, dealing Chase Claypool to the Bears for the number 32 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. It's unlikely he would be able to pull off another one-sided trade like that, but Pickens has shown enough to warrant a day 2 pick. Of course, none of this may be coming up if Pittsburgh were winning. At the very least, the Steelers are seeing which players respond to adversity the best. It seems they can rule out Pickens in that group and now have yet another difficult decision to make in the offseason. Why Steelers QB Kenny Pickett's injury came at the worst possible time. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing a precarious situation regarding their future at quarterback, and how they handle this situation may determine if they will have a legitimate championship window within the next 3 to 5 years. The quarterback position is the most important position in all of sports, and having a franchise quarterback can make up for many shortcomings and elevate a team to perennial Super Bowl contender status, while teams without a franchise QB face an uphill battle regardless of what other moves they make. Pickett's injury validates everybody who argued that Matt Canada needed to be fired earlier in the season. In the Steelers' first game without Canada, Pickett had arguably the best game of his career in which the Steelers put up 400 yards for the first time since 2020. Pickett contributed significantly, throwing for 278 yards. While he didn't toss any touchdown passes, he moved the ball efficiently, and if Deontay Johnson hadn't dropped a pass in the end zone, he would have crossed the 300-yard passing mark and added a touchdown to his stat line. Canada's offense struggled with multiple quarterbacks under center, including future Hall of Famer Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben's struggles with Canada, coupled with his ability to show he could still play when he went off script late in games, demonstrated that Canada was holding the offense back. However, the 2023 offense features almost all new faces, and Kenny Pickett certainly isn't Ben Roethlisberger. So, it's difficult to tell if Canada was holding Pickett back, or if this is just who Pickett is. Unfortunately, while the first game without Canada gave Steelers fans hope that Pickett could turn things around, the offense quickly fell apart as the Steelers looked closer to their usual selves in the next game. Pickett then got injured right before halftime, and the team has barely shown flashes since he went down with the injury. Now, the season is wrapping up and the Steelers still don't know what they really have at the quarterback position. To make matters worse, this offseason features a number of intriguing quarterback prospects and trade targets. For any NFL team in the market for a quarterback, 2024 is the perfect year. The quarterback class in the 2024 draft is going to be one of the deepest in recent memory. It has everything: elite talent at the top and significant depth. Caleb Williams and Drake May are the two best and most well-known prospects, but Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix each offer star potential in their own ways. The draft could get even deeper if Shedeur Sanders opts to go to the NFL instead of returning for another season at Colorado. On the trade market, Bears quarterback Justin Fields could be moved this winter. Fields has flashed potential and Chicago has certainly put him in an enviable spot. While Fields has been inconsistent, he has also shown more flashes than Pickett. Fields has easy plus arm strength and is also arguably the best running quarterback, not named Lamar Jackson. To say Pickett's career in the Steel City has been a roller coaster would be a serious understatement. Pickett has shown some limited flashes of his potential, but that's all they have been, flashes. The numbers are bleak, and there's no way around that. While numbers don't tell the whole story, they do tell us something and can't be denied. Pickett has only thrown 13 career touchdown passes in 25 games played, and he has also thrown 13 interceptions. To put it bluntly, those numbers are not good. He is only averaging 179 passing yards per game. To be fair, there are some numbers that can be interpreted positively. Pickett has performed admirably in crunch time, and the team has a remarkable record in one-score games. However, any team that consistently relies on winning one-score games is bound to regress sooner or later, in addition to being vulnerable to random variance and bad luck. NFL rumors: Mike Tomlin's potential Steelers exit draws increased speculation. Although the Steelers are 7-7 and still in the playoff picture with a pivotal game against the Joe Burrow-less Bengals coming up this holiday weekend, speculation about the exit of Mike Tomlin as the coach of the Steelers has continued to pick up steam. The chatter from some Steeler fans for Tomlin to part ways from the team has been heard for a few years following a recent lack of playoff success following the team's last Super Bowl appearance in 2010. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk published an article entitled "Will Mike Tomlin Return to the Steelers in 2024?" addressing the widening speculation behind Tomlin and the Steelers' possible split. Florio laid out the stakes for the dismissal and signaled that it could come down to how he handles the final weeks of the season. For the first time since Tomlin became the coach of the team in early 2007, it feels like a divorce is coming, Florio said in his piece. And it's not that the Steelers would fire Tomlin. If a split occurs, it will happen either because Tomlin wants out, or because another team looking for a new head coach, Commanders, e.g., calls the Steelers to initiate the process for essentially pulling off a trade. Florio also said in his piece, regardless of how it plays out, there'd more than enough smoke to make the teams that will be looking for a coach to at least make the call to Pittsburgh in order to see whether Tomlin would be available. As a practical matter, the owners of the teams that could be changing coaches are likely already working the back channels to find out, 1, whether Tomlin would want the job, and 2, whether the Steelers would part ways with him. Tomlin became the head coach of the Steelers in 2007 following the departure of Bill Cowher. Tomlin immediately continued the success of Cowher, leading the Steelers to a Super Bowl 43 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. The team has seen massive success under Tomlin and have been in the playoff hunt nearly every year that he's been at the helm of the franchise. And you fan, what do you think of the Mike Tomlin situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.